electrical machines as well as generators. Okay. Now, see, after discussing about these force, we will discuss about the magnetic dipole like electric dipole, and dipole moment, torque in a magnetic field. This torque in a magnetic field very important. How the force is developed in a DC motor. How the force is developed in DC motor, due to that force, how the torque will be produced. Those basics should be learned from this fourth unit only. Okay, now very important topics are there in the fourth unit. And to understand this concept of this fourth unit, we should have the basic knowledge of this third unit. So these units are interlinking vertical concepts. Okay, and after that we will discuss about scalar magnetic potential and its limitation, and vector magnetic potential and its properties. Okay, now, so these are the concepts which are in fourth unit. Okay, are you understanding now? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So let me start with the magnetic forces. Okay, magnetic forces on charged particle. Okay, and current element and a loop. Okay, now. See here. See, now we are going to discuss about the forces due to magnetic field. So there are three types of the forces. Generally, there are three types of forces due to magnetic field. And first one is the force due to moving charged particle in a magnetic field B. What is the first force? We are going to calculate the force F due to. First one is the F due to, which one, Amma? F due to charged particle. F due to charged particle, which is placed in magnetic field B. That is the first force. And second force is force on a current element. In an external magnetic field B. That is the second force. Suppose if you take a conductor like this, which carries a current I, then if I take a differential length here, L here, then what can I say here? Ideal is what? Please respond, Amma. What is the ideal here? Ideal is which one? What is ideal? Differential current element. If this differential current element placed in a particular magnetic field, then how much force exerted on this conductor? So those are the things we are going to calculate. And the third force is force between two current elements. Force between two current elements. Here, not a single conductor. We are taking two conductors. Okay. So this is the situation which is present on the armature. If you take an armature, on the armature slots, the conductors are placed. The two conductors are placed parallelly. How the force experienced in that conductor and how the torque will be produced on a rotor, those things can be learned from this force only. Okay. So mainly there are three forces. So let us the force one. What is the force one? Force on a charged particle. So before discussing about this force on a charged particle, here there are two forces. If the charge is at rest and the charge is in moving, let us take a charge is at rest. Suppose, let me take a charge plus Q here. A plus Q here. If you take a plus Q charge Q1 and there is a charge QT here. The charge is at a stationary. and due to these two charges, according to Coulomb's law, there is a force experienced between these two charges. These are the force lines. If we keep on moving this test charge, here also there is a force lines. These lines are called force lines. According to Coulomb's law, these are the electrostatic basics. In the beginning we have discussed. Now can you guess what is the force here? There is a Q and there is a QT. According to Coulomb's law, what is the force here? Force F equal to, please respond. F equal to Q into QT by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square in the direction of the AR. What is that? In the direction of the AR. And if I write force by Q, T, here what remains here? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R in the direction of AR. Please tell me, what is the force per unit charge? What is the force per unit charge? Which we are discussing. Which one, Amma? Force per unit charge is equal to what?
Electric field intensity.
Electric field intensity, very good. E. So this is from electrostatic fields. The charge is at rest. The charge is at rest or is stationary. So there is an electric field, and due to that electric field there is a force. That force equal to, from this equation, what can I write here? That force F equal to what? That force F equal to E into Q. So as this force is developed due to this charge, electric charge, that force is known as a electric force. Electric force. What is the formula for that electric force? F equal to E into Q, or Q into E. So this is the equation. Fe. Please see here. What is the Fe here? Q into E. See, if I write directly this equation, you cannot understand. Okay, these basics are required, very much required. First unit, second unit, second unit, third unit, all the basics are very much required to understand this fourth unit concept. Okay, na? So, electric force Fe on a stationary or moving charge Q in an electric field. What is the meaning of this here? If you place a charge, stationary charge or moving charge in an electric field, by using the Coulomb's law, it experiences a force. That force is known as a electric force. That electric force is equal to Q into E, where F is a vector and E is also a vector here. So we can write that electric force Q equal to E. This is from Coulomb's law. So in this, what we have discussed is that if you place a stationary charge in the presence of electric field, these lines are indirectly known as a what, Amma? Electric field. This is known as a electric field. If you place a stationary charge in the electric field, it experiences a force. That force Fe equal to Q into E. Again, if it is a stationary charge, it experiences a force. And if it is a moving charge also, if you place a moving charge in the electric field, then also the force can be developed. That force is equal to Q into E only. Either it is a moving charge or a stationary charge, according to Coulomb's law, the force can be experienced. That force F equal to Q into E. That is the first one. Okay. Now, if the same charge is placed in a magnetic field, the same charge. Let me take a whiteboard to explain this. So listen carefully here. These are the very, very important concepts. If you won't listen, you cannot learn anything. Suggest you that everybody should pay attention towards this class. See, if the same charge is there, suppose there is a magnetic field like this. There is a magnetic field like this. There is a magnetic field like this. If the charge is at stationary, if the charge is there, in the magnetic field, the same charge which is at rest or stationary charge. If the same charge is placed in the presence of magnetic field, not in electric field, observe the difference. Place the charge, which is writing here. Magnetic field B. Yeah, can you expect a force? If the charge is at rest, which is placed in a magnetic field, can you expect a force here? No, the force will be zero now. The magnetic force will be zero. Okay, now the magnetic force will be zero. If you place a charged particle at rest in the presence of a magnetic field, the magnetic force will be zero. The magnetic force will be zero. Fm means a magnetic force. And if the same charge is placed in the presence of electric field, what will be the Fe here? Electric force will be what? Q into E. Okay, no? Now, if the same charge Q is moving in a particular direction, if you trace the path of this charge Q, then if it is moving in this direction with a velocity V, imagine there is a charge Q. If this charge is moving in the presence of magnetic field, so there is a magnetic field B like this, the charge is moving in the presence of the magnetic field, then we can expect a force. And now can you guess what will be that force direction here? Can you guess what will be the force direction? Yeah, this is a vector and the velocity is a vector and this magnetic field intensity is also a vector. That force can be calculated by using a cross product, V cross B. So if you take a cross product between the velocity of that charged particle and the magnetic field intensity, if you take a cross product, then it exerts a force. The force will be developed in that particular charge. And if you calculate the direction of the force, from the vector basics, what are the vector basics here? What you have studied in vectors? If you take a cross B, if there are two vectors, if you take a cross B, what is the formula for that one? Magnitude of A and magnitude of B and the sign of angle between them, and it is having a direction. The resultant value is having a direction. Suppose if you take a vector A like this and vector B like this, and if you calculate A cross B, and if A rotates towards B, then what will be the A cross B direction? A cross B direction will be downward. The resultant will be what? In downward direction. The B is moving in the direction of A. The resultant A cross will be in the upward direction. That is based on the momentum of vector A and vector B. Now let us see here. The charge is moving in this fashion, which can develop a force. Now can you guess what may be the direction of the force? Which is produced in the charge when it is moving in the magnetic field? Can you guess? What may be the direction of the force here?
Upwards.
Very good. That will be upward direction. That will be what? Upward direction. Is in the magnetic field. That formula is given by Q equal to V cross B. What is that? Q equal to V cross B. So this is the what? Force on a moving charge which is placed in the magnetic field. And if the same charge is placed in the electric field also, it experiences a force. That force is known as the electric force, which is equal to Q into E. Q into E. As a magnetic field. Are you understanding my question? If
వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది సార్.
voice break అవుతుందా? కొంచెం. అందరికి అలానే ఉందా లేకపోతే కొంతమంది స్టూడెంట్స్
సార్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది.
బ్రేక్ అవుతుందా? సో సిగ్నల్ ప్రాపర్ గానే ఉంది మరి. I don't know why. ఒక నిమిషం. Okay. See here. If a charged particle Q, which is moving in the presence of magnetic field B, how much force is exerted here? Fm equal to Q into V cross B. And if the same charge is moving in electric field, also, there is a force that is known as a Fe, which is equal to Q into E. Okay. Now imagine the same moving charge is present simultaneously in magnetic field as well as electric field. Then how many forces are there? How many forces are exerted on the same charge?
So this relation, if you take this to other side, so this gives you the gear.
Am I audible?
2 forces.
Yeah, very good.
Gear ratio.
The total force equal to sum of electric force plus magnetic force. So what is the electric force here? Q into E. What is the magnetic force? Q into V cross B. What is that? Q into V cross B. So what can you write finally if you take Q as common? E plus V cross B. This total force developed on a moving charge which is placed both in electric field as well as magnetic field. So this equation is known as Lorentz force equation. Which equation number? This equation is known as Lorentz, very, very important one. Last year also they have asked, derived the Lorentz force equation. Derive the Lorentz force equation. Okay, no? Derive the Lorentz force equation. You have to derive these things. What is that? Q into E plus V cross B. V cross B. So this is very, very important equation. This is known as a Lorentz equation. Based on this equation only, motor works. Motor works on the principle of Lorentz force law. Lorentz force law. How the force is developed in the motor was explained by Lorentz. Okay, so we will discuss one by one. So this is the first force. What is that force here? Force on a charged particle. First force is what? Force on charged particle. Force on charged particle. Okay, so remember this formula here. This is Lorentz equation. What is the second force? Force on a which element? Current element. The force on a which element? Current element. Let us discuss about the force on a current element. Before that, I want to explain one thing here with this table. Are you able to see this table, Amma? Table 8.1 కనిపిస్తుందా?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in this table, see, this is the conclusion from this discussion. State of the particle, state of the charged particle. State of the charged particle means whether it is stationary or moving. If it is at stationary or at rest, if that particle is at rest, then which is placed in electrostatic field, the force can be developed. That force equal to what? Q into E. Q into E. And if the same stationary charge is placed in the magnetic field, is there any force exerted on the stationary charge?
No, sir.
No. So force will be zero. That means zero force. That magnetic force will be zero force. Then what will be the combined force due to that charge, the stationary charge which is placed in? E means electric field, B means magnetic field. As these are boldface letters, what the boldface letter indicates? What the boldface letter indicates?
Vector.
Vectors. Don't think that, sir, there is no arrow on the top of the letter. In the textbook, the boldface letter indicates vectors only. While I am writing the vector notation, I will use an arrow on top of a letter. If I won't use the arrow, if I simply write a letter E, that is a scalar. Okay? So then the combined force equal to Q into E. Then the combined force equal to what? Q into E. Now what is the state of the particle now? That is moving charge. When the charge is moving, when you apply an external field, then the charge will be moving. If the moving charge is placed in electric field, what is the force, electric force? Q into E. Okay, na? And if the same moving charge is placed in the magnetic field, what will be the force? That force equal to Q into V. But you can use any notation. V cross B. Q into V cross B. Now, what is the combined force due to the moving charge which is placed in both electric field and magnetic field? This is the one. That F equal to Q into E plus, what is that? Q into E plus V cross B. This table is very, very important. What is the name of this equation, Amma? Please tell me. What is this name of the equation?
Lorentz force equation.
Lorentz force equation. Very, very important for understanding the working principle of electrical machine, how the force is developed. When you switch on the supply, the charged particles are flowing in a copper conductor, the force will be developed. That was explained by this Lorentz force equation. Okay, na?
Torque is constant, power is variable.
Now, let me explain the second force here.
Power is variable.
The second force is also very, very important here.
And
What is the second force?
power is constant. Power is constant.
Force on a current element. Force on a current element. Re Babu, it is your responsibility to take the screenshot, Amma. Current element. Force on a current element or differential current element. Suppose if I take a conductor like this, this is about a conductor, a long conductor, a conductor. If this conductor is carrying a current I in particular direction, I, the length of the conductor is L. Listen carefully. Length of the conductor is L, and the current I is flowing in this fashion. Current I is flowing. When the current is flowing here, when you apply an external voltage, then only the current is flowing here. Current is flowing. And here, instead of taking a total length L here, what I am taking is that I am taking a differential length. The current is flowing through this differential length dl. Then how to write a current element here? Everybody knows that. We discussed in the third unit. What is that current element? I into
DL.
I into dl is a differential current element. As the charges are moving in this differential length, I have, which is charge, Amma? Differential charge, dq. Okay, na? These differential charges are moving inside a conductor. Inside a conductor with a velocity v. And if this differential conductor placed in particular magnetic field like this. This is a magnetic field. Magnetic field is represented by a B. In electrical machine, so we have studied about this magnetic field is represented by vector B. And the velocity of the charged particles in this fashion, let us say V here. Well, V is the what? Velocity of this charged particle, Q. Charges are moving. What is the current here? Flow of electrons. Once the flow of electrons are taking place, current is flowing. That is represented by a dq. What is the dq here? Differential charge which is present in the differential length. The total length is L and differential length is dl here. Okay, na? And the angle between this conductor and this magnetic field, let us say theta. What is the theta here? It is the angle between this conductor and magnetic field B. Magnetic field is like this and the conductor is like this. The velocity of the charged particle is in this direction. Okay? Now, let me write one thing here. Listen carefully. IDL equal to, I am writing, can I write I as a flow of electrons? Rate of flow of electrons. What is the current I here? Rate of flow of electrons. As it is rate of flow of electrons, if I take only this differential length, so the rate of flow of differential electrons with respect to dt within the differential time, these are the charges which are crossing this differential length. So can I write the current Q by T, which is equal to dq by dt. So from this current equation, I am replacing I with what? dq by dt into L, not cross product, only into L. dq by dt into L. Then, which is equal to, I'm doing some modification here, dq into dl by dt. dl by dt. What is the dl here? Differential length or displacement. What is that? Displacement. This is displacement. Displacement or a distance. Differential length. Displacement by time or distance by time. What is the distance by time? As per our physics basics, what is the displacement or distance by time? Which is equal to? Please respond.
Velocity.
Velocity. So this velocity, the charged particle velocity v. So I am replacing this dl by dt is a velocity, and is the velocity scalar or vector? Vector. Vector. So I into dl can be written as dq into v. dq into v. I into dl equal to dq into v. Let us say this is equation number 1. So this is also equation number 1. Let me say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Okay, everything is clear here? Are you able to follow here?
Yes, sir.
Right, right. Now, see here, listen carefully. As these charges are moving, listen very, very carefully. These charges, differential charges are moving in the magnetic field. Indirectly, you can say these are the charged particles. The charged particles are moving inside a magnetic field. Just now we have discussed here the force experienced in the charged particle. The force experienced in the charged particle. What is the formula for that force? That force equal to, discuss that force equal to, first discuss these are the charged particles, the electrons. Let me show that. What is that force, Rahul? To the charged particles are moving in the magnetic field. What is that force? Magnetic force. That magnetic force equal to what? Please. Q into
V cross B.
V cross B. This basic is very important to find out the force in a particular conductor. From this equation number 2, I am writing here. I am writing here F equal to Q into V cross B. Okay, na? Now here it is a total charge Q or differential charge dQ. Which charge is present here in the differential length? Obviously, which will be present? dQ will be present. Okay, so we have to replace Q with dQ. If it is a charge of dQ, is it a total force or a differential force? Please tell me.
Differential force.
Differential force.
Yeah, obviously it is a differential force. Very good. So from the equation number 2, we written dF, differential force, and a differential charge can be written as dQ into V cross B. Now, what will be the direction of that force here? The force direction will be what? The force direction will be upward direction. Force along upward. Look, all charged particles, and the total length is combining of what? Before that, let me explain one thing here. Now, from this equation number 2, from this listen carefully here. From this equation number 2, this dQ into Please, so network issue, Amma. Now, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Well, the class is disconnected. See here. See, listen carefully here. Yeah, due to this differential charge, which is moving with a velocity v, inside a magnetic field, that force is a differential force. Okay, now from this above equation number two, so d cube into v equal to what? I into dl. Is it? D cube into v is I into dl. So in this force equation also, what I have d cube into v. Can I replace this d cube into v by I into dl? Please respond. Can I replace? Are you getting me or not? Can I replace this d cube into v by I into dl from the above equation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So which is equal to, or that implies df equal to, instead of dq into v, from this equation I am writing IL. I into dl. I into dl cross b. This is a which force? Differential force. This is a which force? Differential force due to a differential current element which is placed in a total magnetic field. Which is placed in a which magnetic field? Total magnetic field. And in the next case, one equation will come. And if it is a differential magnetic field, if it is a dB, then here differentiation of differential force will you have to write. Now, so later we will discuss about that. Now this is what? A differential force which exerts on a differential current element which is placed in the presence of a magnetic field. Now, how could I get the total magnetic force?
By integrating.
Yeah, very good. By integrating this equation. So let us take this screenshot of this. What I have got here.
So I will skip this part.
Differential force due to differential current element is this equation. Okay. Suppose if you take a conductor like this,
So fluid is
this is a situation which is if the current is flowing in this direction, current is flowing I in this direction. If I take a only differential length dl here, and it is placed in magnetic field like this, it is placed in a magnetic field like this. At this differential force, at the differential current element, there is a force. That differential force is this. The differential force is this. And if you want to get a total force, I have to integrate. That force equal to integral I dl cross b.
So now both, if they are two,
If I want to get a total force, this is the equation. This is equation number 3. This is the third force. This is the second force. This is which force, Amma? This is force on which element, Rabab? Force on
Current element.
current element. This is force on current element. Okay. Sometimes, in a particular problem, sometimes if the conductor length is L like this, and it is placed in a magnetic field, in those cases, which carries a current I in particular direction. In those cases, the force can be written as, here this is not a differential length, only a total length. That can be written as I into L cross B. How to write? I into L cross B.
So you have an input.
So let us write L cross B formula. Write the cross product here I into, how to write the cross product? Magnitude of B into Chapanam. Magnitude of L into which angle?
Sin theta.
Sin theta. So magnitude of vector is a scalar above. So B into I into L sin theta. Have you seen this equation anywhere? B I L sin theta. Force, magnitude of force equal to what? B I L sin theta. If you write F here, you have to write unit vector AN. The direction of the force is perpendicular to which one? Chapanam. Perpendicular to the magnetic field as well as conductor. Magnetic field as well as conductor. Okay, the force will be in upward direction. So you might have directly studied about this equation BIL sin theta. How did you get BIL sin theta? From these EMF basics. This equation is Lorentz force equation, which is useful to find out the force in a particular conductor on a armature. Okay, right? So sometimes we can also use this type of the formula B into IL into sin theta, or F equal to, this formula also holds good on F equal to I into L into L, so I into L cross B, I into L cross. So these are the two formulas, very, very important, which are used to find the direction of the force in a particular conductor. Once if you know a single conductor force, if I place another conductor here, two conductors which is carrying current, one is in this direction, another one is in this direction. Let us say this is conductor 1 and this is conductor 2. And this conductor is moving in upward direction as the current is flowing in this particular fashion. This conductor is moving in downward direction according to the Lorentz force. So everybody look at me. If the two conductors are placed like this, one conductor, the force produced in this conductor is in upward direction, and other force will be in the second conductor in the downward direction. The two conductors are moving simultaneously in this fashion. What happens in these two conductors? Please respond now. You know? A twisting moment. What is the name of the twisting moment?
Torque.
Yeah, torque will be produces. Due to that torque, the conductors are trying to rotate, then motor is trying to rotate. As so many number of conductors are placed on a armature slots, so the net force will be more, so that the rotor is trying to rotate with 1000 rpm, 2000 rpm, 3000 rpm, like that. You know? So all these basics can be learned from this Lorentz force equation. Okay. So this is about the two forces. The third force will be discussed in the next class. Can I take 2 minutes here? See, I want to discuss, I want to give a homework problem here. So note down that problem. Lunch class. So I will give you a problem. Do that problem as a homework. Note down this problem. So if anybody have any doubts, you can ask here, because it is completely based on the imagination. You cannot see the charge, you cannot see the magnetic field. Can you see the magnetic field? No, only you can experience the magnetic field. Can you see the charge? No, only you can experience the things. So that is the reason why you have to imagine in 3-dimensional, then only these things can be understood. See, let me write a problem here. Calculate. Write down this problem. Calculate. So while joining the EMF class, you should be ready with the notebook. Calculate the force on a straight conductor of length L. You know whiteboard కనిపిస్తుందమ్మా?
Yes, sir.
Length L. Length 10 centimeters. Length 10 centimeters. Carrying a current. Please note on this problem. Carrying a current of 5 amperes in AZ direction. AZ direction means conductor is placed in which axis?
Z axis.
Very good. And magnetic field B equal to 3.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 AX minus AY. What are the units of this magnetic field intensity? Tesla. What is the other unit? Webers per. What is other unit? Webers per.
Meter square.
Meter square. Where X and AY, where X and AY are the unit vectors. Okay. See a straight conductor here in this problem. A straight conductor, a conductor of length 10 centimeters, carrying a current of 5 amperes. I is given, and current direction also given. It is in the AZ direction. Okay. In the magnetic field B. So in this magnetic field is given as like this: 3.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 AX minus AY. Next, the length of the conductor is given. Sorry, not clear. Not 10 centimeters, 30 centimeters. So length L equal to 30 centimeters. Length of the straight conductor is 30 centimeters. So we have to convert it into meters somehow. How to convert it into meters? 30 into 10 to the power of 2 meters. Otherwise 0.3 meters. All the units should be in meters now. Centimeters should be converted into meters. As the conductor is placed along the z-axis, if you take a differential length, how can you write the differential length dl here or L? dl equal to 0.3 into in the direction of AZ. The direction of the AZ. Now, here we have to calculate the force. What is the force equation? Please tell me. Force equation equal to, just now we have derived, I into dl cross B. So we have B here, we know B, and we know dl. What is the dl? 0.3 into AZ, and we know I. What is the I here? How much current is flowing?
amps.
5 amps.
Yes, friend. Substitute all those values in this equation and you will get the answer. The final answer will be, note down this answer and verify at your home. 5.25 into 10 to the power of minus 3 in the direction of the AX plus 5.25 into 10 to the power of minus 3 in the direction of the AL. So this is answer F. So we make a cross product question now. So to do the cross product between this DL and